Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, I need to come to you with some news and ask the question, what year is this? Because there are some promo cards that have been revealed over in Japan that are awesome and should look a little bit familiar. They are not particularly recent promos. Let's start off with a Marnie, first of all. I like this Marnie. This Marnie, I mean, look, this is going to be a popular Marnie. And it is just Marnie. You can see that it's got the same name as Marnie. You don't need to be able to read Japanese. You can see there's a 5. You can see there's a 4. It's clearly your regular Marnie, whereby you shuffle, both players shuffle their hand and put them at the bottom of their deck. And then the player who played Marnie draws 5 cards and the other player draws 4. Nobody should be particularly surprised by this. It's Marnie, right? We all know Marnie. Cool. Here's the thing, though. This is new artwork. We've not seen this before, ladies and gentlemen. This is brand new, never before seen artwork, and I am loving it, ladies and gentlemen. I am absolutely loving it. It's just a cool piece of art. And the thing is, we've seen this Marnie a bunch at this stage. Obviously, we had regular Marnie initially, and we had full art Marnie that came around in the same set, in your Sword and Shield base set, where Marnie originated. And I suppose I should mention the Rainbow Rare as well. Then we had the Premium Tournament Collection, which brought us the full art, and also brought us the, second full art, but also brought us the autograph Marnie. So we've already had 5 distinct prints of this card. I'm not counting Marnie's Pride, different card. We've already had 5 distinct prints of this card. And now apparently we've got another one. Now it is an interesting question as to how, when, why, if, etc. we will get this. And really Crown Zenith is our last chance. Because if we don't get it in Crown Zenith, it's not going to be in Scarlet and Violet. And I can tell you that for certain. Because Pokemon don't do that. One thing to remember is Pokemon don't mix generations when it comes to TCG sets. It's just never the way Pokemon have done things. So we're not going to be getting this print of Marnie in Scarlet and Violet. That is just not the way Pokemon tends to do things. We're either going to be getting this in Crown Zenith, or we're not going to be getting it at all. For what it's worth, I do think Pokemon have done a really, really good job lately, certainly in the Sword and Shield era, of making sure we get all of those weird promos Japan gets in the Sun and Moon era. That was not always necessarily the case, but they have been doing a great job of that in the Sword and Shield era. That's just been a thing. It's wonderful. So I do think this is going to be in Crown Zenith, but just prepare yourselves, because it literally is a case of either it's in Crown Zenith, or we're holding out hope that it's just a random promo somewhere down the line. Because they're the only 2 options. It's not going to be in Scarlet and Violet, and it's not going to be in any subsequent Scarlet and Violet set. That's just not the way it works. So, yeah, cross your fingers, ladies and gentlemen, one or the other. But what actually is how are Japan getting this? Well, what they've got some tournaments going on for what they call Extra Battle Day, what we understand to be the expanded format. And when you rock up to Extra Battle Day, you are going to get yourself a Marie in Japanese, Marnie in English. You're going to get a Marnie. Yay! But not just Marnie, okay? You can get yourself, you will get yourself a Marnie. You rock up, you get Marnie. But it's not just about getting Marnie, ladies and gentlemen, because there's also a promo pack available where you get yourself 1 of 10 cards. And these are proper cards that are tournament legal, that you absolutely can be playing with in tournaments, but they are stamped with this logo, which incidentally is a very good thing. Firstly, I'm a man who loves a good stamp, but secondly, I do think it's pretty important, because there are some people who are going to be annoyed that some of their older cards might lose value. This is going to make sure that doesn't happen, because they're going to be very much, they're different. They're stamped. So they're not the same as the old ones. And that does make a little bit of a difference. Now, it seems like you get 1 pack if you win a game, 1 pack if you win rock, paper, scissors, and then 3 packs for first prize. So you will be able to get some of these packs. And there are 10 cards available, and they are awesome. And let's start off with what is, for me at least, the big one here. Computer Search. They are literally reprinting Computer Search. Now, this is actually like a legit big deal. Because Computer Search, in Expanded, we got Ace Specs. They've been gone from Standard for a long time, all right? But in Expanded, we've got Computer Search. And it's one of those things where it's a phenomenal card. Discard 2 cards from your hand, then search your deck for any 1 card. But being an Ace Spec, you're only allowed to play 1 of them in your deck. So you're only ever going to need 1. But this is from we got it in Boundaries Crossed. We got this many, 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 many years ago at this stage. This is a very, very old card. And even though you only ever need 1 in Expanded, you know, the market price on TCG Player at the moment is $47. And it has actually trended down over the past year, but it's still holding in at $47. It is not a cheap card. So being able to get one of these as a promo is a wonderful, wonderful thing, and I love it. But if you were playing back in, or if you play Expanded, or you were playing back in the day when Ace Specs were out, and delighted to say I played a lot when Ace Specs were out, you will know that there was actually a second Ace Spec which saw a huge amount of play, and that was Dowsing Machine. Instead of discarding 2 cards from your hand and searching your deck for any 1 card, it was instead discard 2 cards from your hand, and you then got to grab a trainer card from your discard pile. It's a very, very good card. They're also printing that one. So literally the 2 best Ace Specs in the game, and there are others that see play, but these are the 2 best. They're coming back, and that is wonderful. A card which is a lot more recent, although these are all rotated out of Standard, but a card that is a lot more recent, Dedenne GX. We love Dedenne GX. I love Dedenne GX, at least. I'm sure a bunch of you do as well. It's a great card. That's the one whereby you discard your hand when you play it and draw 6 cards. Great in Expanded, and that's getting reprinted. Fun little seasonal fact about Dedenne. This was actually revealed on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, 26th of December, which is a very unusual time to get a reveal. I was at my in-laws and this was revealed. I rushed out a video on it, and then like an hour or 2 later got really, really sick. Not from making the Dedenne video, from a virus. But still, it was, I'm fine now, incidentally. It was years ago. Point is, Dedenne will always be very memorable for me for that reason. But it keeps going. Execute, which is a very, very good deck in Expanded. That's getting a reprint as well. That's the one whereby when it's in the discard pile, you can choose to put it in your hand. And it's one of those, it might not sound amazing, but I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, this is just an absolutely stunning, stunning card. Because as soon as it hits the discard, it's now treated as a new card. And what that means is you can pick it up and discard it, and pick it up and discard it, and pick it up and discard it, and pick it up and discard it as many times as you like. And people do. There are many decks in the Expanded format that use this and take advantage of this because it's phenomenal. And the fact that we're now getting a copy of it reprinted here, it's just awesome. And these cards, and things like Execute aren't terribly expensive cards, not like that. But they're still really good cards that everybody wants. Now having easier access to them, brilliant. What else are we getting in here? So there's also a Mew, the really, really good one from Fates Collide, that lets you use the attacks of any of your basic Pokemon in play. Also has amazing Mitsuhiro Rita artwork, which we like very much indeed. But this is one to, I think it's fair to say, get a little bit excited about. So that's kind of awesome. And then just a bunch of really, really good trainers. You've got Trainer's Mail that lets you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, find a trainer card other than Trainer's Mail, and put it into your hand. Really good card, great for consistency, seen a huge amount of play. We've also got Battle Compressor. I am genuinely still amazed Battle Compressor has never been banned. That seems to me like a card that should definitely have been banned at some point. You just get to discard 3 cards from your deck. It's far too good. I am genuinely stunned it's never been banned, but it hasn't, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, go nuts. Use it. See if I care. We've got Versus Seeker that lets you pick up a supporter card that's in your discard pile. Versus Seeker is exactly the kind of card that if it was printed now, it would just see a huge amount of play in a huge amount of decks. It is absolutely amazing. Floatstone, actually, while we're here, similar kind of thing. Gives free retreat to the Pokemon to which it is attached. Would see huge amount of play if it was legal now. And then you've got Silent Lab that says that each basic Pokemon in play has no abilities. Silent Lab's a really good card. So yeah, basically, it's just really good. Just a really, really, really good set of cards. And it is the kind of thing you should all be a little bit excited about. Now, obvious question here, and I'll answer it. Hey, Wassy, you're telling us about all this stuff coming in Japan. That's lovely. I don't live in Japan. What are the chances this comes out in English? And the answer is, I don't know. Sorry, I wish I could give you a better answer. The best chance we've got is that this does really well. And Pokemon turn around and go, well, hang on a second. That's awesome. Maybe we should do that. And they do a series of tournaments in the English world, or in speaking world, US, Europe, etc. Yes, I know not all of Europe speaks English. But the point is, maybe we have tournaments like that. And when we have tournaments like that, they do a similar kind of thing, reprinting these cards. Because honestly, it's a ridiculous idea. And when I say ridiculous, I mean it's a ridiculously good idea. And it's one that I really, really hope Pokemon copy. Because it's actually phenomenal. And it's a great way for players to get cards. And I know some of these aren't that expensive, but certainly cards like Computer Search. Well, I would love to go along to a tournament and get a $50 card that I can use and Expanded. Now, it really depends on how serious Pokemon want to take Expanded. But as it stands at the moment, Japan are having this. We're not. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, if I may be so blunt, yeah, I'm a little jealous. Because this is awesome. But I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord and chat with us, all kinds of fun things. Oh, and get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Javier Garcia, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and does seem to be a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.